In today's video, I'll be sharing with you 10 of the scariest places in Lithuania. Welcome back to FTD Facts. I'm Sarah Carvalho and I'm super excited for today's video. Every year on October 31st, many Americans celebrate the adored holiday of Halloween. With its scary props, music, and costumes, Halloween has a reputation for being quite a spooky event. And the same can be said for Lithuania's abandoned mansions and the landlords returning in the form of ghosts, the strange castles and dungeons that guard the secrets of old cities as well. Today we invite you to join us as we go on a little ghost hunt around the country of Lithuania and feature 10 of its scariest places. Now, forgive me ahead of time if I mess up the pronunciation of these places. As one of the oldest languages in the world, Lithuania is definitely not my strong suit. Coming in at number 10, we have Pajazaryai Manor. At Pajazaryai Manor in the Pearl of Sudovia region, there are stories about an innocent maiden who was unfortunately a victim of a tragic love story. This legend dates back to the 19th century when a wealthy landlord named Zygmantas Goronskis and a young maid had a secret love affair. Now, everything seemed to be going perfectly until she became pregnant. At this point, Goronsky did not want to have a conflict with his wife, so he sent the maid away to work in another manor. Heartbroken, the woman could not live with the sadness, so she brought her newborn child back to Goronsky's manor and left the baby on the doorstep. Then it is said that she took her own life in the nearby lake. Up to this very day, her ghostly spirit roams the manor at night, and in the mornings, a white shadow is seen in the park. Next, you might want to visit Siesakai Castle. Near the city of Ukmerge, those looking for a romantic adventure filled with adrenaline will like the Siesakai Castle. According to the story, many years ago, a young lady who was married to one of the Diamantai dukes fell in love with a knight from another country. Rumor says that at night she would leave the castle for a secret rendezvous with the knight by the shores of Lake Siesakai. Now, when the duke discovered what his wife was doing, he sentenced her to be bricked up in the tower walls until her death. The people who live nearby say they can see the ghostly apparition of the Duchess walking by the lake during the night, waiting for her knight. And our next scary location, the Villa Annapolis. The Villa Annapolis has been restored and is open to the public. There is a legend in the resort town of Palanga that when Countess Sofia Tiskevesieni lived there, she liked to spend her time summoning ghosts. She had built a secret room of mirrors where once the summoned spirits appeared, they could no longer return to their spirit world. Now, when the Countess died, it is said that her apparition could be seen wandering about the villa. And it was also said that a wind organ could be heard playing in the house. Now, interestingly, the sound of the wind organ was the same sound that helped Countess Sophia calm down when she wasn't feeling well. Imagine spending a night there. All right, and coming up next, we have Radviloniai Manor. The Radviloniai Manor once belonged to the noble Radvilas family of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. The present landlady, Irina Rayens, has many ghost stories to tell. She says that many spirits reside there. In fact, she says that late at night, when she has retired for the evening, sometimes a spirit will appear and ask her for something, like a cup of coffee. Anyways, once the wish is fulfilled and the spirit gets what it was looking for, she says it never returns. So over time, the landlady has said that it has become a source of comfort to know that she would never be alone. I don't know about you, but I would rather be alone than surrounded by ghosts. All right, another location you might want to check out is Kretinga Manor. Locals say that Bishop Ignatas Masalskis haunts the Kretinga Manor. There is a belief that in the 18th century, he was the owner of the mansion and renovated it. He ordered the construction of brick houses in the city, planted an orchard in the manor, and decorated the road from the house to the church with linden trees. People assert that the bishop even brought some exotic plants to Kretinga, which decorated the manor's winter garden. According to the locals, Masalskis liked it here so much that to this day, he refuses to leave, meaning that his spirit quietly roams about the manor's corridors. All right, and bringing us to the halfway point in our video today, we have Rokiškis Manor House. Today, Rokiškis Manor House is a regional museum and also the playground of a mischievous young spirit who, when alive, was a 16-year-old boy. He was the son of a well-known Rokiškis count. It is said that even though during the day the paintings hang correctly on the walls of the museum, after the ghostly spirit has had its fun during the night, the paintings are all tilted. Coming in at number 4, we have Burzanai Manor. The thriving romantic neo-Gothic palace stands in the Samogochin region. It has a magnificent interior, a library, a conservatory, Gothic cabinets with a fireplace, artworks by Western European artists, and even 19th century porcelain and earthenware from China that once belonged to Count Kapskis. Burzanai Manor in the Kelm district was left abandoned when there was no funds to renovate it, and thus it was left empty for ghostly spirits to roam. The locals tell the story of the former owner, Stanislavas Gorkis, who had written a letter listing all the names of those accused of being witches to be burned on Birdze Hill. A heavy and somber feeling is felt around this manor, and those who walk here feel as if the souls of the accused witches still roam about. Let's talk about Belvedere Manor in the Jurbarkas district. Now, on the high bank of Nemunas River, you can see the magnificent Belvedere Manor house. This palace was built in the 19th century according to an Italian villa design by an architect named Pier de Rosio. During the interwar and Soviet years, various educational institutions operated here. Some agricultural, dairy farming, and beekeeping technical schools. Those are some interesting subjects to study. The Belvedere Manor is now open to the general public. Although it radiates an aura of former majesty and luxury, the house remains a mystical atmosphere. People say that when walking in it, shivers in fear are often dancing on the body. All right, and what about the mysterious tunnels of Old Kėdainiai? If the encounters with ghosts seems a little too scary for you, but curiosity does not leave you alone, take a look at the mysterious dungeons of Kėdainiai, which hide many legends. People assert that there are many tunnels under Old Kėdainiai which can be used not only for walking, but also to move from one side of the Nevesis River to the other side or to reach a park. Rumor has it that the vaulted tunnel from the Evangelical Reformed Church leads to the basement of St. George's Church, where the remains of the Crusaders who defended themselves against Lithuanian attacks are buried. As a historical site, the historian Vaidas Banis leads the excursion in the tunnels. And bringing us down to number 1 in our scariest places in Lithuania is the Spirits of Kaunas dungeons. Now, according to the old legends, under the pavement of Kaunas city lies a well-developed underground labyrinth connecting many buildings of the old town. People say that the Grand Duke of Lithuania, Vytautas, escaped from the Crusaders in one of the dungeons. Now, believe it or not, some have said that ghosts and the ringing of chains can still be experienced in Kaunas during a tour. And while locals say the experience is not too frightening, it must be acknowledged that facing the spirits of the dungeons and the unusual atmosphere still requires some courage. All right, FTD Facts family, that brings us to the conclusion of today's mysteriously spooky episode on 10 of the scariest places in Lithuania. If you've ever been to any of these locations, you've got to drop us a comment below and let us know about your experience. Or if, like me, you've never been, let us know below in the comments which location sounds the scariest to you. And if you liked this video, we have a ton more videos about Lithuania and many other topics as well, which you are sure to love. So I'll drop those links in the description section for you below. All you gotta do is click them, so click them. All right, friends, I'm out of here. Until next time, we look forward to seeing you again with more videos about people, cultures, religions, and countries around our world. Check back daily. Bye.